Yo, what's going on, guys? This is the defensive sub tips for my Twitch channel. And first defense I'm going to show you guys is the pinch buck O. This is a player that you start out when you just pick the play. On offense, I picked mesh post. We're going to go ahead and max protect on offense. Everybody is blocking. And on defense, what you want to go ahead and do is press Y down on the left stick, shade outside, Y right on the right stick, blitz on linebackers, right on the D-pad, down on the right stick, crash defensive line out, left on the D-pad, up on the right stick, and then QB contain, which is LB, and then RB. You want to user probably whoever's manned up to the tight end, just Eddie Jackson. This is what your play art should look like. Mug the gap, probably the right guard to the strong side of the set. And there you go. You're now screaming. Everything's manned up, nothing's open. I'll show you guys one more time. We'll go through it a little faster. So you want to press Y down on the left stick, shade outside, Y right on the right stick, blitz all linebackers, right on the D-pad, down on the right stick, crash defensive line out, left on the D-pad, up on the right stick, and then QB contain, which is LB, RB. There's the play art. On offense, we'll go ahead and max protect, and you want to mug the gap and screen. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and we'll get into the run defense out of 3-4 bear, what I like. So we'll go to I-form wing. They got their stretch alert looky or whatever, and then they got their ISO. This is probably their little audibles or whatever. They got their little powers, stretches, ISOs or whatever. So we'll go ahead and just pick stretch for the first play, and then we'll go to 3-4 bear again. But this time you're going to be picking cover 2 invert. And what I do on cover 2 invert when people are running the ball, first you want to spread your linebackers, which is right on the D-pad, and then up on the left stick, and then you want to blitz all linebackers, and then what you want to do is you want to put quick adjust, which is double tap right on the D-pad, and you want to quick adjust Y and A, right? And you want to put them both in curl flats, which is right on the left stick once you get to the quick adjust menu. You want to quick adjust both of them, and this is what your play art should look like. You should get both your coverage linebackers in purples, user your middle safety that is in the mid read, and then you want to leave your safety in the box in the vert hook, right? This is what your play art should look like. And what you want to do on this is you want to move Khalil Mack out a little bit since he's on the strong side of the set. Leonard Floyd's already out pretty far since you spread your linebackers, but Khalil Mack, you want to have him outside of the set, right? So then the offense, they're going to run this little stretch alert looky, right? The slant shouldn't be open. And they're going to run this, and if you see you user right about here, you can kind of shoot him where the left tackle is, but you kind of have to wait for the fullback to clear out, and then you can shoot him right behind him and hit the running back. It doesn't work every time, but you'll see why you move Khalil Mack out. As you can see, I shot right in. Hit it, met him at the line, and hit him in the backfield. So go over the setup again. You want to spread your linebackers, which is right on the D-pad, and then up on the left stick. Blitz all linebackers right on the D-pad again, but down on the right stick. And you want to quick adjust both Y and A, so then you would double tap right on the D-pad twice. So boom, Y, curl flat, double tap it again, A, left, right on the left stick, curl flat. There you go. This is what your play art should look like. And then you want to just take Khalil Mack and you want to move him out a little bit, move him right outside. And if you use it right about here, you can typically shoot right in. I missed, I got blocked, my timing was a little off. Get in practice mode, practice this against all these little I-form sets. This has been my favorite run defense so far in Madden 20. It's been doing wonders for me. They never really get the big play. If they want to run the ball, they're gonna have to sit there and get 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2 yards every play. You're gonna make somebody hate running the ball when you're in this defense. You have a lot of free roam to shoot a lot of gaps when you're on this middle safety, and these two purples on your linebackers is really what makes the defense. So we'll go ahead and we'll switch and we'll show the ISO, because a lot of people like to check the ISO when they say you spreading. So we're in ISO. We want to do the same setup. Spread the linebackers. Blitz all linebackers. Quick adjust Y to a curl flat. Quick adjust A to a curl flat. And typically on this ISO, there's like two different things that happen. Either Leonard Floyd is going to come in free and he's going to hit the running back in the backfield, or he's not, and it's going to be more on your user and this safety and this linebacker right here to make the play, which typically they do. At most, they'll get like a 2-3 yard gain if they break a lot of tackles. I don't really got defense for, I mean, get secure tacklers, you know what I mean? But we'll go ahead and run this play. But as you can see, Leonard Floyd shot in free, and if my user wasn't so bad, it wouldn't even have mattered if he shot in free. I was right there. So we'll do it again. Show you guys again. We'll audible to ISO. Spread linebackers. Blitz all linebackers. Quick adjust Y to a curl flat. Quick adjust A to a curl flat. And you don't have to quick adjust these guys. If you're not a quick adjust guy, you can click onto them and just press A, and you can bring up the little quick adjust menu. So then you want to move your safety down here. Always move Khalil Mack out a little bit. And then they run the ISO. Leonard Floyd shoots in free. Khalil Mack comes in free too. Boom. There you go. They met in the backfield. Stopping a running back. There you go. This is my run defense out of 3-4 Bear. It should do wonders for you guys. So now we'll go back into defense, and I'll show you guys the 1-4-6 setup. This 1-4-6 blitz. This is the easiest blitz in the game. If you guys don't have this down, you need to get it down quickly. It's one of the best defenses in the game right now. So we're going to go to 1-4-6 DB Sting to Buzz. So what you want, pass rusher here, best pass rusher here, best pass rusher here. I would go with a run stuffer right here. So Akeem Hicks is there. That's probably what you want. You want a run stuffer there, to be honest. And then two pass coverage middle linebackers. You could put safeties in on this. So I could put, you see, I can put safeties in right here at this linebacker position because we're in a dime set. Two fast corners right here. It doesn't really matter the coverage stats. These guys are going to be blitzing a lot if you run this defense well. And then you want probably your two best man guys out here on the corners, and your two best zone hitters right here at safety. So we're going to come out in the DB Sting to Buzz, and then we'll come out and bunch again on offense. And I'll show you guys the setup. So what you want to do is you want to press, which is Y down on the left stick. Blitz all linebackers, which is right on the D-pad, down on the right stick. And then you want to go ahead and QB contain, which is LB, RB. And then you want to move your cornerbacks into contains, which normally in bunch they move. Normally in bunch, the guy on the bunch side is already in a contain, but this guy normally is like a little bit out here. I don't know why he was lined up in a contain against bunch. Normally it's not like that. You'll have to move him in a little bit, get him into a contain. And this is the blitz. You can use this safety right here. And like normally, if I was going to use my safety, this is the adjustments I would do. I'd man up that outside guy, and I would lurk with this safety over the middle. And as you can see, I picked mesh post. So then we'll go ahead and max protect out of that. This is one of the best blitzes in the game, easiest blitz in the game. And you want to go ahead and you want to just mug a gap. So go ahead and mug this gap. Just like in the 3-4 Bear, you want to mug to the strong side. So there you go. It's going to scream. Easy blitz. Good blitz. It's not as good as the 3-4 Bear blitz, but it's the reason it's better is because of all the adjustments you can make out of it, which is what I'm going to go over probably right now. So what you want to do is you press, blitz all linebackers, QB contain, and there you go. The blitz is set up. So out of this defense, what I like to do is you can mix it up a lot. And against bunch, I typically don't user my safety. A lot of people like to user the safety because you get better animations and different stuff like that. I never was one of the, even though you get better animations with a safety, I still don't like using my safeties. I like to adjust my safeties and stuff like that. So I typically would user the guy on the weak side of the bunch at linebacker. So this is my setup almost every time against bunch right here. Just gonna run this and see what they want to do, right? So then I would so good adjustments against bunch. If I know they're running mesh post, right, and they're max protecting, what I would do is I would take X right here, my corner on the outside, and I would go ahead and man him up. Just straight up man him up. Hopefully you got a good enough guy. Press him up. Your Willie Browns, your Ramseys, your Fullers, your Slays, you know, man him up to that guy. And you have to pay attention whether they have streak specialists or not and different stuff like that. But I would just straight man him up, and then I take my safety on the left side of the screen, and I would take him and I'd man him up to the mesh post, to the post in the play, right? And typically what you'll see with this is as long as you lurk well enough, you should be able to get enough pressure to be able to stop this play. Your safety has to be good enough to cross man against that post, which most of the time it's not. That post is going to beat man. So another thing you could do if you really want to just bag mesh post, go ahead and put this linebacker that I'm using in a curl flat, and then user this linebacker, and you're sending 5. But you've still got your 2 good pass rushers, and you got your run stuffer in the middle. And right here on offense, we'll go ahead and we'll just max protect mesh post. This is bunch guy's favorite play right here. Literally just come out, max protect mesh post, right? So we're using Roquan Smith, and here we go. This drag is going to be bagged by the curl flat. Go help the man, your safety, and cross man on that post. And the only read they're really going to have right there is they can hit either drag. Drags are really hard to stop. They can hit them, but they're going to get tackled, right? They're going to get tackled for 1, 2, 3 yards at most. And the thing that I really like about this 1-4-6 defense is that it looks the same. You can make it look the same every single play, which is what I've always liked to do. And what I like to do in with defenses, I like to hide my user a lot. So if I do user the safety, which you can do, I would make it look exactly the same, right? I wouldn't move anybody around. Go ahead and man this guy up out here, and I would just keep my safety up here, but I would be on my safety, right? And you know it's mesh post, right? Let's say they've been running mesh post. It's 3rd and 10. It's their money dot. They always go to max protect mesh post. What you could do is, since I like to hide my user, I like to use her all over the place. I might use this safety. I might use this safety. So what I'll do for this play is I know he's going to have double drag. So I've got one drag manned up on this outside guy. Go ahead and man up the other drag with your safety, and then user this safety for the post. And I didn't max protect right there, but it's still, the only thing you really had was the post and the running back, right? But then, right, you don't know. The thing that's really good about 1-4-6 is how well you can mix up the coverage and how well you can make everything look the same. A cool thing about 1-4-6 is as long as you come out in the DB sting, right, the cover 2 version of it, and this is the only play that has all your linebackers just come down immediately. They're all coming down. All the slot corners are pressed up and stuff like that. You can go ahead and audible to another play. So let's say cover 3 sky, and it's going to look the same. It's going to look just like DB sting 2 buzz, but you're already in cover 3. You don't have to adjust for that. It's just DB sting. So you can come out in this and go ahead and contain, and you've got your corner blitzing over there, but it looks the same as the DB sting 2 buzz that you were just in. Hike the ball, but it's cover 3 this time. It's a really good defense for disguising your coverages, making everything look the same, and being able to use her pretty much anywhere on the field, because you can sub 2 safeties in right here. You can use her a slot corner if you want to. It's a cornerback, and then you can use her these 2 safeties up here, and if you want to fuck around and use their corner, you can go ahead and do that too. But it's a really good defense. And another thing with this DB sting, this is really key. I feel like not enough people talk about it this year. It was a huge thing last year, but these what the fuck? These blitzing cornerbacks, you can quick adjust them, and you can bluff blitz them into a 3-rec just like last year, right? So it's a good adjustment for a play like mesh post for a guy who likes to throw a lot of drags. It helps your user lurk a lot better, right? And since you bluff blitz the guy that's on the left, right? We'll put this guy in a cloud. I don't want my soft squat matching that drag. What the 3-rec does is he's gonna take a step down, and then he's gonna come back up. So the reason so when you go to lurk with this play, you have to know with a 3-rec that you have to know where it's going to play, right? So since it's on the left side of screen, it's going to take one step down, and then it's going to kind of slowly move towards the middle of the field, and it's going to be all underneath, right? So it should have this left side drag, left to right drag, pretty bagged. And as long as you're sending a lot of pressure, which we're sending 5 right now, then it should have that left side drag pretty bagged. And then the cool thing about it is that once that drag clears, it'll come back for the right to left side drag, and then all you really have to use is the post. It's a good way to mix in a couple coverages, and you can even mess around. And a cool thing you can do, you can have 2 different little bluff blitz 3-recs on your screen, and you can just shed right here. And then what you could do is you can man up this post. And I'm gonna show you guys what these 3-recs look like right here. That drag was bagged, and then the 3-rec to the side of the running back actually matched on the running back wheel, which could be clutch if you have a good guy there. It could bag that running back wheel. So yeah, this is the 1-4-6 defense. Really cool defense, really good defense. You need to be running it against these guys who are passing, which there's very few. But the next thing I'm going to show you guys is kind of my single back. There's guys who like to audible from like bunch or like a pass set, and they'll go into single back 3 receiver set, something like that. So they'll come out in like doubles flex. Let's just say doubles flex. They'll come out and they'll run dive, or let's say they were in bunch and they audible to this doubles flex dive. What I like to do in 1-4-6, since I would be in 1-4-6 against the pass, right? They audible to this. I'm like, damn. Well, what you would do is you have the blitz set up the same way, right? You moved your guys into contains. Same way we did it before. You blitz all linebackers. You move the corners into contains. But what you want to do when you see somebody audible to single back is you want to take your linebackers and you want to pinch them. I don't know why Leonard Floyd didn't move, but he's supposed to stand in here. Let me restart this. My bad, I don't know what happened. So we'll go to 1-4-6. DB sting. Doubles flex. HB dive. Blitz all linebackers. Pinch them. Damn, that's actually pissing me off. He's supposed to stand like right here. Then you would have your corners moved in, hike the ball, and see what would happen. I know I just got gashed right there, right? That's what would happen if you were in 1-4-6 against this dive. You were just regular 1-4-6. I can't get him to move. I'm going to just flip the formation. Fuck it. Okay, wow, there he goes. Now he moved. So we're going to go ahead and flip, run the dive, move your cornerbacks in. Just like always, because you got to think like this, right? They're already going to be moved in, right? When you because you already had your defense set up, they're audible into something like this, or if they just come out in something like this, so you can still run 1-4-6 against them. It's a great defense. So I would take this linebacker to the weak side of this dive, and I would stand right about right here, and they go ahead and run this dive, and Khalil Mack just shoots in free. Works really well against a lot of different single back formations. Let me flip this play again so I can get them to be normal. Blitz all linebackers, move your corners into contains. Use your Roquan over here, stand like right above the slot corner. And your outside linebacker shoots in free. So what you want to do when you see somebody come out in a single back set like that and you still want to run 1-4-6, typically these 3 wide receiver sets, pinch your linebackers. Keep your cornerbacks in a contain. That thing where Leonard Floyd's not moving, that won't happen when you're in MUT or whatever. I think it's just a little practice mode thing. I gotta flip my play or whatever, but they're gonna run this dive. It's gonna get blown up. They're never gonna run that dive ever again. Quick little tip, cool thing to do against single back while you're in 1-4-6. All right, so pretty much showed you guys everything so far. We can go over nickel normal a little bit. Nickel normal is typically a defense I like to just shed out of. I like to sit there and, like, I don't have any formations in this book, I don't think, of like, yeah. See, so I'm going to just kind of talk over it, right? So, nickel normal is a defense I would typically pick against, like, the guys who like to come out and gun ace slot, different things like that. Let me see if I can show you guys how I would at least shoot a gap out of this, because that's the reason why I like to come out in nickel normal against guys who like to come out in those gun ace sets or something like that. So I would pick, normally I just come out and I pick Tampa 2. It's not a defense I normally send a lot of pressure out of. It's kind of just more of a shed defense for me. And what you want to do, what I always do, I try to make it look the same. It's same setups as previous years of nickel normal. You just want to pinch your line, pinch your linebackers, get your linebackers on the line of scrimmage like this, and they're going to run inside zone. Let's say they're in a gun ace set with 2 tight ends, gun ace slot, stuff like that. They're spamming inside zones, inside zone bubble screens and stuff like that. I like to get in nickel normal because against guys who play in those sets, sheds really kill them. You can't really blitz them a lot. That's what they want you to do. So you get in nickel normal, and if you stand outside this defensive end right here, and this is the same for a lot of defensive sets too. Normally, the further outside you stand, it's not like you want to stand out here, but you want to kind of stand outside your defensive lineman, and you use your defensive lineman to exploit the gaps and shoot the gaps. So you want to stand outside your D lineman so your guard blocks your D tackle and then runs upfield past you, and you can shoot right in. Danny Trevathan's so slow he can't make a play, but you sub in Pat Tillman right there. Pat Tillman, enforcer. He'll never run this inside zone again. Stand outside your defensive end. You're shooting right in. So to give you guys like a better... Let me go ahead and flip this. And I'll flip my play too on defense. So then we'll press, pinch D-line, pinch linebackers. We got Roquan Smith now. Stand outside your defensive end, which is Khalil Mack. They're going to run this inside zone right into you. Well, was I in base or something? Because it's different for base. You got to use the opposite side guy. But stand outside your defensive end. And if they can cut back and make a crazy play like that on all your MUT superstars, you know, congratulations to them. Congratulations. They just earned the award for being the biggest moron on the planet. Run it again just to show you guys. And if this is Pat Tillman, I'm clicking off every time, and he's freaking whopping that dude. You know, Pat Tillman's like 92, 93 speed or something like that, something crazy. So he's going and whopping that dude. But that's pretty much it for the sub tips. I kind of hope I help explained how to get better on defense, and I want you guys to take everything that I put in this video, and I want you to go in practice mode, and I want you to practice it, and I want you to get fast with it. That's what I used to do when I was learning how to play defense in Madden. Is I would take what I saw people do on Twitch streams or what I saw people do in YouTube videos, and I went in practice mode, and I sat there and I just did the same play over and over, like the blitz that I showed you how to pinch Bucko, until I got it just boom, where I didn't even have to think about. I just went in practice mode and did it over and over and over and over and over again. And that's how you get really fast on your adjustment sticks, and then take these blitzes and these setups that I showed you, and like let's say the 3-rec setups or the man up the outside receiver and bunch and then cross man the mesh post at a bunch. Take that and build to it. Build your own type of scheme, build your own type of defensive mindset with that. I showed you how I think against like a bunch, against like a mesh post guy, against something like that. That's typically defenses I would first go to. And what you want to do is those adjustments that you first make, that let's say you bag the mesh post a couple plays. Well, the offensive guy is going to adjust too. And what you have to see, what you have to start catching on to in Madden is that people have tendencies, and people have their favorite plays on offense. They have their go-to dots and stuff like that. So as you're playing, you as a defensive player need to be able to catch on to that. Okay, so the first drive, I might not make a lot of adjustments. Like I told you guys, on the pinch buck, I might just run it and see if they can beat it. I'm just gonna run stock. If they one play touchdown me, well then that's good. Then I saw what one play touchdown me. I saw what they did to one play touchdown in me. How did they block it? Do I need to not send as many people? Do I need to man this guy up? Do I need to put this guy in a deep blue? You know what I'm saying? And as you start seeing those things, the more and more you see it, the easier and easier it is to catch on. So the first drive, you might just run kind of a stock defense. Maybe you go to 1-4-6, you pick DB Sting 2, and then you audible to cover 3, make it look, and run cover 3 the whole drive, and see what they do to you. If you get them to a third down, take a mental note of it. What play did they run on third down? Okay, so let's say on third down, I get a bunch guy. He's coming out. Let's say I pick DB Sting, 3rd and 10. He's coming out in bunch. His favorite play, most bunch guys' favorite play, mesh post, boom, he's max protecting it. I went, just like I said, audible to cover 3, made it look exactly the same, press, and we're in cover 3, just running stock cover 3, but this is a bunch guy's favorite play, I promise, when they need a clutch dot. 3rd and 10, he's coming out, he's max prone, and he's quick snapping this mesh post, right? So, boom, 3rd and 10, he ran mesh post. I see, okay, I got to use this post. He hits X, gets it for a first down, gets sticky, get a first down, right? So you take a mental note of that. You're like, okay, on third down, I need to be ready for mesh post. I need to be ready for mesh post. So we're in DB Sting now, and now it's 3rd and 10 in the 4th quarter, right? And you know this is what he wants to do. He wants to come out and he wants to quick hike mesh post, right? So quickly, you've already got this down. You've been in practice mode. You've got your blitz down. You've got it set up before he's even to the line. Go ahead and since you know he's max protecting, you know you're not really going to scream, especially if you're using a linebacker. If you're using a linebacker like I am right here. So I'd go ahead and I'd bluff blitz this guy. I'd cloud Prince Amukamara so that he doesn't match to the drag. And this is the defense I would run. And we got enough pressure and we got our stop. It's about taking mental notes and taking your opponent's tendencies and working it against them, right? And you need to, and the more and more you get into practice mode like this, the more and more you learn what stops what, right? Like I just told you, I was in the practice mode, and that's how I learned soft squats are going to match, right? Soft squats match, stuff like that. That's how I learned if there's no immediate flat threat that they match. So watch, right here. They're running mesh post, max protect, right? That soft squat is going to match to X because there's no immediate flat threat, so then that drag's going to be wide open. And that's the stuff that I need you guys to get down, right? That's the stuff that I need you to be in the game, seeing and thinking about at all times. What zone does what against what, right? And then you build upon that, and that's how you become a better defensive player. You learn what guards what. Now you guys know that, oh, I can bluff blitz a 3-rec for myself in 1-4-6. Not a lot of people are talking about that, but you can do that, right? You can get safeties in at these linebacker positions right here. If you want to stop the run, you can pinch your linebackers, right? Stuff like that. It's little things like that that are really going to help you go far. And when you are talking about a defensive player in Madden, right? So I hope this guy's helped you. If I didn't cover everything I needed to cover, I will be adding on to the sub tips. So once you guys are through with this video, I want you guys to whisper me, hit me up in my Twitch stream, be like, hey BG, you know, this was good, but I feel like you missed out on this part. I can always add to the sub tips for you guys. This is going to be an ongoing sub tips page, right? My little Google document is going to be ongoing. I can add to it at any time. I just want to get something together for you guys, put it out there for my subs that are loyal to me. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I hope this helps you become a better Madden player. And I hope you guys have a great day. So, see ya.